I saw Tommy Wiseau's new movie Big Shark at the Prince Charles Cinema in London, and it was glorious. Before the show, you could queue to meet Tommy and take a picture, but you had to buy some merch to get to him. I bought a copy of The Room on DVD, which I got him to sign, and a bobblehead of Johnny from The Room. Then he put his arm around me and said, "Thank you for coming," gave a woo, and we took a picture. Then it was my turn to move on. It was pretty cool, but I was surprised by the conveyor belt feel of the whole thing. After that, we took our seats in the cinema and Tommy took to the stage for a quick Q&A. The whole Q&A was pretty surreal, as it was never entirely sure if he grasped the questions he was being asked, and once or twice he even seemed almost offended by the questions.
Say you had a bad day when filming.
Yes,
And,
we did have a bad day, that's correct. Yes. Continue.
well, did you ever hit rock bottom or not want to carry on with your film?
You know what, I leave it to audience to figure out, move on next one.
And the people asking questions insisted on asking him convoluted things like,
Fuck, marry, kill. Tom Cruise, the Statue of Liberty, and King Charles.
And what am I supposed to say?
Which one you fuck, which person you marry, which person you kill.
I would say have a nice day, move on next one.
But Tommy was funny, and he explained to us that he pretty much made the whole Big Shark movie because someone said that
Shaman,
doesn't exist. So he said,
what if shark attacked New Orleans?
and made Big Shark. Now it was finally time for us to buckle in and enjoy the movie. So if any of you have seen the trailers for this thing, you already knew it was shaping up to be another masterpiece, based on the terrible CGI, awful acting, and apparent lack of a grasp of reality or how human interactions work. I mean, when after a 1-minute movie trailer, it breaks into a fever dream of an underwear advert,
Love is blind.
you know you're in for an experience. But the question was always going to be, is this movie as good as The Room?
Hi, doggy.
You're my favorite customer.
Thanks a lot. Bye.
Me and the friends that I went to watch the movie with were suitably inebriated, as we were somewhat concerned that this movie, rather than being so bad it's good, might just be bad. But I have to say, it was absolutely hilarious. And the fact that the trailer we all originally saw featuring Greg Sestero was some sort of pilot, as the costumes and shots were all redone for the actual film, and Greg was now completely absent, only seemed to enhance the confusion, leading to more hilarity. Another of these trailer-led confusions is that this boxing match features in the film probably less than it features in the trailer, which is hilarious. But Tommy did mention something before the movie about how he just recut it, so I get the impression changes are still being made. Seeing it in a cinema definitely added to the experience as the audience joined in with all the amazingly off-piece musical numbers that featured in the movie. But it was pretty much laugh a minute. Wiseau somehow landed right in the sweet spot that lies somewhere between the awful editing, the abysmal sound design, predictable plot, bad acting, and weirdly repeating scenes that make you wonder whether or not you're hallucinating, making it another near-perfect movie. This film manages to further increase the mystery around whether Tommy is a self-aware genius at making something deliberately shit, or whether he's just genuinely trying to make something good and failing catastrophically in the best possible way. My main complaint with this film would be that at no point does anyone say, "Oh hi Shark," or "You're tearing me apart, Shark!" Missed opportunities. However, some of my favourite moments were early in the film, while Tommy is telling his friends that he saw the shark and they don't believe him. They start mentioning a treasure map, which has not until now been mentioned. Well, about an hour later in the film, the treasure map turns up, and it's in fact not a treasure map at all, but a map to where the shark sleeps. At one point in the film, Tommy sings his love interest Sophia a song which heavily features her name. Later in the film, one of Tommy's friends, who was not there to hear the song, somehow inexplicably sings it back to him. This was perfect to me, because as the audience all sing along with every song, it felt like a moment of self-awareness where Tommy seemed to know how the audience would engage, and had this character be a vessel for the audience's voice. Last and certainly not least is the Cowboys Don't Cry song, and its inadvertent implication that Georgie is not a hero. If you love The Room, you'll love Big Shark. The jury's out on whether or not Tommy's deliberately making movies so bad they're good, but regardless of that, this is another one of them. I'm not sure if it's as iconic as The Room, but minute by minute it was just as hectic and laugh out loud funny, if not more so. If you get a chance to see this movie, take it.
Anyway, how is your sex life?